comment. Okay, 2 minutes. I think there's some problem. Try this question अगर जो visible है. इसको try this question. Okay, I think okay. I hope कि last question complete हो गया है. I hope कि last question clear हो गया था. बीच में है ना. तो tries. I hope last question was clear. Second question में शुरू करते हैं. Last question was clear. तो the answer was D. Next question शुरू करो. Next question. A horse. This question are based on Newton's third law, action reaction. A horse. What is the equal and opposite force for the horse pushing down on the ground described by Newton's third law? Is it clear? Horse pushing down the ground. So, what is the equal and opposite force? Just attempt this. Now, this comment for question number 2. Comment for question number 2. Comment for question number 2. फटाफट कमेंट करो. कमेंट. लास्ट वाज, आई थिंक लास्ट वाज क्लियर. क्लास में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी. कमेंट फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. कमेंट फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. Comment for question number 2. comment it. Comment it. Comment the answer. Meanwhile, I will explain you the question. पीछे क्वेश्चन पॉज कर लेना. So this is the question. What is the equal and opposite force for the horse? Second. So I am practically explaining the situation. See this. What is the equal and opposite force for the horse pushing down on the ground to describe? Ground's friction pushes forward the horse hooves. What is the equal opposite force for the horse pushing down? Force of the horse pushing down on the ground, described by the Newton's third law. Ground friction pushes forward to the horse hoof. These are basically horse hoof. So basically when horse move, horse pushes the ground in backward direction. Horse जब push करता है तो I think little bit dark. He pushes the ground in backward direction like this. So that ground pushes the horse hoof in forward direction. And this is basically friction. This is basically friction. Okay. Then horse press the ground. Horse press the ground in downward direction. Now understand this situation. Then if you want to change the answer, then change your answer. Understand this situation. Basically, horse tries to push the floor in backward direction. Okay, push the floor in backward direction, and also this is friction basically. Parallel. These forces are parallel to the surface, and also horse pushes the ground in downward direction like this, and ground pushes the horse in upward direction like this. And weight is the different issue. Earth pull the center, basically center of mass कहते हैं इसको, center of gravity कहते हैं. Earth pull the entire horse in downward direction. Weight. This is weight. And horse pull the earth center in upward direction. So these are the forces. Now please answer this. Ground friction pushes. So what is equal and opposite force for the force of the horse? Force of the horse pushing down. Force of the horse. So this force is basically force of the horse pushing down. This force, this downward force. This is acting on the earth. Then ground friction is not equal. This is not pushing down. Ground pushes up the horse hooves. So I think this is the force horse pushing down. The pushing down ये है, and this red force is pushing back. Horse is pushing down the ground, and horse is pushing back the ground. Horse is pushing down the ground, and horse is pushing back the ground. So pushing down का जो normal reaction होगा, this will be the normal reaction of pushing down force, and that will act in upward direction. And that will, I hope you understand. I hope you understand. These are basically practical, technical questions. These are basically practical and technical questions, and very good questions are. So the answer will be ground pushes the horse hoof. This correct answer should be B. Let me check who is correct now. correct answer is B. So yes, the correct answer is B. Okay. So the correct answer should be B. The correct answer is B. So few are correct. Okay. Let me check this. Yes, this is correct. So these are the easy question. You have to analyze completely and then you have to answer. So basically you have to analyze practically. Practical analysis is very important in such type of questions. So let's do a next question. मैंने देखो एक इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए कितना I have worked a lot. मैंने इमेज कॉपी किया immediately और उसको ऐसे सॉल्व किया. मतलब you have to think practically. You have to think practically. ठीक है? You have to think practically. So next question. A monkey climbing a rope, pulling down it and hoist himself. अपने आप को सही करने के लिए monkeys few more questions and very good and very important question. Next question. See this question, this is on the screen. Okay, this is question number 3. A monkey climbing a rope, pulling down to hoist himself to maintain. What is the equal and opposite force for the monkey pulling on the rope described by Newton's third law? So solve it. It's a very conceptual one. Try to think practically. Physics is entirely, this chapter is entirely practical, not mathematical. Try it and comment fast. Okay. What is the equal opposite force of the monkey pulling up the rope describing by Newton's third law? Monkey is pulling up the rope. Monkey is pulling up the rope. Monkey is pulling up the rope. So let me check the situation when monkey is pulling up the rope. Oh, let me find something. You can understand practically. I have got little. Wait, I will try to explain you practically. Yeah. This is the practical situation. I hope. And now you can do this practically. You can also pull the rope. Not necessary monkey is pulling the rope. Not necessary monkey is pulling the rope. You can also pull the rope. Okay. So you can have a practical situation when monkey is pulling the rope. So What is the equal and opposite force for the force of the monkey pulling up the rope as described by Newton's third law? So when monkey pull the rope, when suppose this is monkey and this is pulling by one hand, I think not a, this is pulling the rope. This monkey will pull the rope, this monkey will pull the rope in downward direction. He will apply the force on the rope in downward direction. Even you can hang a rope. इसको practically you can demonstrate. All questions are basically practical based, not theoretical based. If you understand theoretically, you will not understand. So if you want to understand the question and if you want to give the correct answer, so just this is my suggestion. Just I think take a rope and try to pull it. है ना? Take a rope. I think this is my suggestion. You can do what you can do. You just take a rope and ऊपर से बांध दो and try to pull the rope. Try to pull the rope. जैसे rope pulling तो करते हैं बहुत सारे लोग, rope है ना, rope पे चढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं. तो monkey और तुम्हारे चढ़ने में कोई भी difference नहीं है. You can climb on the rope like a monkey. So all the questions are basically practical questions. So I'm explaining you. Then you will understand practically. Basically, this chapter is not mathematical chapter. This is a practical chapter. You have to understand practically. Numericals बहुत difficult नहीं. Numericals बहुत easy है इस chapter में. Motion वाले chapter में difficult numericals थे. इसमें easy numerical है. But मगर फिर sorry फिर भी difficult है because if you not understand practically. If you not understand practically, so answer देने में फिर you will face the problem. So मैं हटता हूँ. I will explain it practically with the help of this diagram. Basically, monkey is pulling the rope in downward direction. Monkey is pulling the rope in downward direction, and this rope will Newton's third law. Monkey is pulling the rope in downward direction, and this rope will pull the monkey in upward direction like this. Is it clear? So these are two forces. These are two forces, red color forces, and this. If you want, you can change your answer for this question. If you want, अगर समझ में आ गया हो तो you can change the answer for this question if you want. ठीक है? अगर समझ में आने के बाद change हो गया हो, mind change हो, you can change your answer for this question. You can change your answer for अभी third के कई लोगों ने answer दिए हैं, third का C and C, and if you want, you can change the answer. Now, gravity will act in downward direction. Gravity will act in downward direction, mg. Like Earth will pull the monkey in downward direction. Earth will pull the monkey. I think streaming is fine. Earth will pull the monkey in downward direction. Earth will pull the monkey in downward direction, and monkey will pull the earth in upward direction. Is it clear? These are the weight. These are the basically weight is force applied by the earth. So now you can answer it properly. Okay. So now you can answer it properly. Now you can see the answer. Third के दो लोगों ने answer दिए हैं, which are visible. So try to answer now. Try to comment about the answer. अभी comment करो answer को. ठीक है? So force on the rope pushing back on the monkey. What is the equal opposite force of the monkey pulling on the rope? Monkey pulling on the rope in downward direction, and force on the rope pushing back on the monkey. Force on the rope pushing back on the monkey. Pushing back नहीं कर रहा, it is pulling back, not pushing back. Force of gravity from earth pulling down the monkey. Actually में this force is pulling, rope का force pulling कर रहा है, and force of gravity from earth pulling down on the monkey. Yes, force of gravity is pulling down the monkey. That is correct. Rope pulling back on the monkey in opposite direction. Rope pulling back the monkey in opposite direction. For monkey pulling on the rope. Yeah. Rope pulling back on the monkey. Rope is pulling back in the opposite. This is correct. Force of gravity of monkey pulling up the earth. Force of gravity of monkey is pulling the earth. Force of gravity from the earth pulling down the monkey. ये भी सही है. Force of gravity from the earth pulling down on the monkey. It's pulling down on the. This is correct. Force of gravity of the monkey pulling up the earth. Gravity of the monkey pulling up the earth. But अच्छा उसका इसका आंसर नहीं होगा. Yes, that is हमें इसका rope is pulling back the monkey in opposite direction. Yes, rope is pulling pushing back नहीं होगा. Gravity के बारे में नहीं, हमें इसका आंसर देना है. These two statements are correct. B and D are correct. मगर इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं है. These two statements are correct. Okay. So the correct answer is C. अब देखो ये मैथ्स की तरह बहुत जल्दी नहीं हो रहा है, काफी एनालिसिस के बाद आंसर हो रहे हैं. तो एक एक क्वेश्चन में पूरा थ्योरी मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. सो बिना एनालिसिस के ऐसे आंसर दोगे तो मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली दे विल बी रॉन्ग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एंड द लास्ट वन. What are equivalent? A boy leaps over rock. ठीक है. What is equal and opposite force of the boy pushing on the ground described by Newton's third law? Leaps over rock. Last question. Comment it. Comment it fast. So I will show the practical situation. Boy leaps. You have to analyze practically. So I am trying to get the practical answers for this. So this is the situation. A boy leaps over rock. A boy leaps over rock. What is the equal and opposite force of the boy pushing on the ground as described by? So boy pushing this boy will push the ground in downward direction. This boy will push the ground in downward direction like this. Obviously, ground will push the boy in the upward direction. Now, मेरे बताने से पहले you can change the answer. अगर समझ में आ जाए तो you can change the answer now. वो जो आंसर ना चेंज करने का रूल मैंने खत्म कर दिया. You can change the answer now after understanding. So this boy, these are the point of application. ये जो boy है ये इसको rock को downward direction में press कर रहा है और rock इसको upward direction में press कर रही है. Boy rock को downward direction में press कर रहा है और rock boy को upward direction में press कर रही है. ठीक है. So what is the equal and opposite force of the boy pushing on the ground as described by Newton's third law? Force of gravity on the earth pulling down on the boy. So force, just comment fast. Fourth A. Force of gravity from the earth pulling down the boy. हाँ, force of gravity तो इसको downward pull करेगी. But that is not the reaction of this force. What is the equal opposite force for the boy pushing on the ground? Force of gravity इसको downward pull करेगी. Force of gravity will pull it in downward like this. Green color. Force of gravity ऐसे लगेगा. Earth will pull it in downward direction. That is called weight. और इसका reaction Earth के center पे लगेगा ऐसे. So that is not the answer. This boy is pushing the rock in downward direction. Rock will push the block in upward direction. ठीक है. नॉर्मल फोर्स ऑफ द ग्राउंड पुश द बॉय अप. फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी से मतलब नहीं है, ये तो लगेगा. स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट मगर इसका आंसर नहीं है. फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी ऑफ बॉय पुलिंग ऑन द अर्थ. फोर्स ऑफ, यस ये भी सही है, पुलिंग ऑन द अर्थ. फोर्स ऑफ द बॉयज आर्म स्विंगिंग अप हिज जंप. तो व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर? दीज स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट. ग्रेविटी के बारे में स्टेटमेंट्स, सॉरी दिस इज नॉट द आंसर. ग्रेविटी के बारे में स्टेटमेंट सही है बट दिस इज नॉट द आंसर. द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी बी, नॉर्मल फोर्स ऑफ द ग्राउंड पुशिंग द बॉय अप. ठीक है. तो जब भी ही इज आस्किंग व्हाट इक्वल अपोजिट फोर्स of the boy pushing on the ground as described. So he pushes the rock in downward direction. Rock will push up the boy in upward direction, and due to this force it will jump. These statement, the earth ka gravity downward direction, these statement are correct. Force of gravity from earth pulling down the boy, this is correct, it is pulling down the boy. And this is also correct, force of the boy, force of gravity of the boy up, pulling up the earth. These two statements are correct, but these two statements are not the answer of this question. So answer of this question क्या होगा? Statement number B. I hope you understand this. This was a difficult quiz and I have taken all the time to explain this. ठीक है, this was a difficult quiz. So I hope you understand Newton's third law. Okay, so we have completed 4 questions on Newton's third law. We have completed 4 questions on Newton's third law. Okay, so we will do few more questions. We will do few more questions, 10 minutes more. So I have explained Newton's third law very practically, or this chapter is easy but practical question will be difficult. So most probably this chapter you have to understand practically. Numerically ज़्यादा नहीं understand करना. Numerically it is not difficult. Little bit questions, few questions are difficult. Few numericals are there. Whether, although there are numericals, but they are not difficult numericals. Numericals are not difficult. Is it clear? Numericals are not difficult. Numerically it is not difficult. It is conceptually difficult. तो question conceptually difficult आएंगे. ठीक है. I am searching few more questions on this Newton's third law. I think you have identified few more questions Newton's third law. And all questions are difficult due to practical difficulty. Difficulty are practical. So here practical difficulty. So you can't answer just like that. This way maths के question में answer देते हो कि it is very simple. Just without analyzing you can't answer in. So you have to analyze this. So and practically analyze this. I'm doing my best to analyze them practically. So a boy leap. This is over now. You and a friend are pulling a rope in opposite direction as hard as you can. What is the equal and opposite force to the force of your hand pulling on the rope described by Newton's third law? It is just like a tug of war. Okay. You can just analyze this practically. Practical analysis is very important here. Just analyze practically. So this is the question. I am searching tug of war type question. Searching tug of war. Between two person. So think practically and then answer. sorry. Okay, I hope I got the correct diagram. You and your friend are pulling on the rope opposite direction. This is the practical situation when you and your friend pulling the rope in opposite direction. This is the practical situation when you and your friend pulling the rope in opposite direction. You can change your answer if you understand differently. You and basically you can't answer like this is a history question or English question. You have to analyze. You have to analyze practically first. Then you will answer. Without practical analysis, you will give the wrong answer. So analyze is practically. So practical analysis is little bit difficult. So I am going to do that. So now you and your friend pulling on a rope in opposite direction as hard as you can. What is equal and opposite force to the force of your hand pulling the rope? Force of your hand pulling the rope. So किसी को भी ले लो. Your hand will pull the rope like this. Suppose this is force. This force will applied. You will pull the rope like this. This force ये अंदर से जाएगा, ऐसा दिखा नहीं पा रहा हूँ. This अंदर से जाएगा. This force will applied on the rope. This force will applied on the rope, and you are pulling the rope like this. This is the direction of force, and this dot is the point of application of force. Keep in mind this dot, this tail is the point of application of force. ये future में बहुत काम आने वाली चीज है. This dot is the point of application of force, and this rope is pulling the hand in backward direction according to Newton's third law. Newton's third law, they are in equal and opposite force, but these forces will act on different object. The first force is acting on the rope. The first force is acting on the rope. Yeah, 1 minute. Just I will explain then answer. No, just a moment. I will explain. I will explain after this answer the comments. Just read the comment. So these two are the forces. So what is the correct answer? These two are action-reaction pair. These are equal and opposite. These are equal and opposite, and these will act on different object. The first will act on a rope, and the second will act on hand. Then let's see what is the correct answer. Your hand is pulling the rope in opposite direction. What is the equal and opposite force? Your hand pulling the rope describe. The force of your arm pulling on your hand. No. The force of friction between the ground and shoes. No. The force of your friend pulling on the rope in opposite. No. The force of the rope pulling on your hand in the opposite direction. So no. Most of the this is a very difficult question. Just है ना, इन सब forces का कोई मतलब नहीं है. The force, this is the reaction of this force. The friend pulling on the rope in opposite direction as hard as you can. What is the equal and opposite force to the force of hand? So D will be the answer. The force of the rope pulling on your hand in opposite direction. If you pull the rope will pull you in opposite direction. So D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. I hope it is little bit difficult, but समझ में आया होगा. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand this. बाकी किसी force से मतलब नहीं है, ठीक है? ये these two are action-reaction pairs. These two are action-reaction pairs. So action is force applied by the hand on the rope, and rope will pull the hand in upward direction. So this is action. Your friend is pulling on the rope in the opposite direction. So this is okay. So this is correct. तो काफ़ी एनालिसिस के बाद ये आंसर आएगा। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। और इन क्वेश्चंस को रिवाइज कर लो, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और ये अपलोड कर दिया है मैंने, काफ़ी मेहनत की है बीच बीच में क्वेश्चंस को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए। मैंने इसमें बहुत वर्क किया है, बीच में उस क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड गूगल पे इमेज सर्च किया है, इसमें बहुत मेहनत लगी है समझाने में। ओके, I hope everyone understand it. Now, इसमें this was the great video, इसमें बहुत सारे मतलब उसको practically explain किया चीज़ों को। I've explained it. टेस्ट का सिर्फ मैंने संडे को टेस्ट बोला था, टेस्ट सिर्फ संडे को बोला था, और टेस्ट सिर्फ संडे को होगा, बट होमवर्क होगा। एंड होमवर्क का जो चेकिंग है, आई थिंक कल सबको क्लियर हो गया होगा कि होमवर्क कैसे चेक होगा। ठीक है, उसको मैंने और भी मॉडिफाइड कर दिया है, उसका मॉडिफाइड वर्जन आ गया है कि इमीडिएटली यू हैव टू से, अच्छा तुम पर्सनली होमवर्क तो सेंड कर ही देते हो, तो जब हम होमवर्क डिस्कस करेंगे, जब हम होमवर्क डिस्कस करेंगे तो तुम्हें उस होमवर्क को इमीडिएटली मुझे फॉरवर्ड करना होगा ग्रुप में। पहले तुम्हें जो होमवर्क है वो तुम्हें थोड़ा सा और मॉडिफाइड किया है, मैं टेक्निक्स को धीरे धीरे मॉडिफाइड करता जा रहा हूँ। एक्चुअली मैं इसलिए मना करता हूँ कि ग्रुप में होमवर्क सेंड ना करो कि बाकी बच्चे भी देख लेंगे, फिर वो खुद से होमवर्क नहीं करेंगे, तो पर्सनली पोस्ट करने को होमवर्क बोलता हूँ। बट जब डिस्कशन करना होता है तो ग्रुप में चाहिए होता है, तो अब मैं क्या करूँगा, होमवर्क का डिस्कशन करूँगा। जैसे कल की क्लास में होमवर्क का डिस्कशन बहुत इफेक्टिव था, ठीक है, सबको बहुत अच्छी तरह डिस्कस भी हो गया और होमवर्क भी चेक हो गया। अब इसी तरह से हम लोग आगे, तो इस संडे को आई थिंक कि अगर टेस्ट लेना होगा तो लास्ट संडे को मैंने किस चीज़ का टेस्ट लिया था पता नहीं, लास्ट संडे को किस चीज़ का चेक करके बताऊंगा। संडे को हम टेस्ट रख सकते हैं, सैटरडे को डिसाइड करेंगे, ठीक है, संडे को टेस्ट रख सकते हैं। नहीं तो इस बार क्लासेस नहीं हुई, हो सकता है मैं टेस्ट ना लूँ, संडे को क्लास ले लूँ, है ना। इस बार क्लासेस कम हुई तो संडे को क्लास ले सकता हूँ। तो बट देयर विल बी द होमवर्क, देयर विल बी द होमवर्क, नॉट टेस्ट। टेस्ट में वीक में एक बार ही होगा, अभी संडे का टेस्ट भी चेक करना बाकी है तुम लोगों का, तो टेस्ट वीक में एक बार ही होगा जिसके चेक करके इसके फाइनल मार्क्स होंगे। तो डेली टेस्ट की जगह डेली विल देयर बी होमवर्क, एंड फिर होमवर्क का एक दिन डिस्कशन हो जाएगा। तो आज मैं साइंस का होमवर्क दे दूंगा, तो उसको टेस्ट की तरह करो, मतलब टेस्ट लाइव टेस्ट ही करेंगे हम लोग, लाइव टेस्ट ही करेंगे, वो संडे संडे को होगा, दैट इज इफेक्टिव गूगल मीट पे। चलो टेक केयर, आई विल गिव यू होमवर्क, दैट इज नॉट टेस्ट, यू हैव टू पोस्ट पर्सनली पोस्ट। फिर होमवर्क का डिस्कशन जैसे कल किया था वैसे ही आगे भी हम लोग होमवर्क का डिस्कशन करते रहेंगे।